welcome everybody to a very special 200th episode Christmas Cousin Special, aka the SETHIE Awards. Yes! We need to give a proper intro though, Cousin Seth, for our first for our 200th.
Yeah. It's fine.
Hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, Christmas cousins. For the 200th time, I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth, probably about 196.
He hasn't been on every episode. And we are joined by two just extra special, extraordinaire Christmas cousins within the realm of our own little snow globe of a world. We have fan favorites with us, the King of All Superfans himself, Christmas cousin Lee. Lee, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. And we have here for his 208th appearance out of our 200 shows, we have the Christmas Aficionado himself, Joe.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everyone. 200 approximate episodes. It may give or take a few, as we discussed before, because my count might be off. But, Cousin Seth, I counted as high as I could. You count as high as you could. And we got to around 200. So we're almost there.
I was at 400 for some reason, but, you know, I'm a bad counter.
No, season 18, episode 400. That's where we are. So anyway, I am super excited. So what we're doing tonight, this is great. First of all, of course, we have our live studio audience. Thank you all for coming out. We know it's cold in a lot of places. This is great. Listen to you guys. This is great. We are here because we're having a very special award show where we're going to go through what's called the SETHIE Awards, where we have 8 categories, 3 nominees per category, but only one winner. Oh, yes, one winner. So before we start, though, what I really want to do is I want to thank Cousin Seth, first of all, who put in, upwards of maybe minutes on this episode. Really, really doing the hard yards, Seth. I love that. Thank you very much.
All the work and all the praise should go to him. That's right.
Yes. Somehow
take on the heavy lifting.
He has a show called The Sethies, all about him as Cousin Seth, yet he somehow has barely responded to the group text. Seth, this is such a skill you have here to get everyone to do work for you. It's really amazing. I am impressed. Is that your greatest skill, Seth?
I don't know. It might be one I'm working on it. So it's a constant work in progress, or a work in progress for everyone else.
But in all seriousness, over the 200 episodes, thank you, Cousin Seth, for always being here with me, always putting a smile on faces worldwide. Joe and Lee for growing this community, being such friends and fans and supporters. It's really amazing. And everybody listening, thank you. It's really crazy. 200 episodes. Amazing.
Congratulations to you guys. Just pulling it off.
Seth is the king of not letting him know his next move. He is mastered that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Play very close to the vest.
Plays it so closely, it's almost like he doesn't even have a next move. He's just waiting for us to do it. It's amazing.
I'll show that.
That's right. Seth, what are your thoughts real fast before we get into it and get into these categories? 200 episodes. When we first started, what did you think was our shelf life?
I don't know. I still think back to that original commitment that I made to you, that verbal commitment of 1 year. And I was like, oh, is that? And then as we go on, I'm like, well, did that? I guess we should have renegotiated. But I was like, is that a season? Is that, like, what is that? 365 days? Or,
Right.
But yeah, it's there's so much has changed. I mean, literally from the second we kind of started discussing it to now, it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a little surreal still.
It is surreal. That's a number. I look back, I'm like, wow, that is really quite an accomplishment. I'm proud. And thanks to people like Joe and Lee who got into the show, got the show, and really were like reaching out. Like we all like not only became friends, but this kind of burgeoning community where we hear from a lot of people. And it's like, it's a fun thing where anywhere in the world you go, it's like knocking on a speakeasy door. If you say Cousin Seth, you're like in a secret club, you know? It's like a Baba Booey or something, which is really cool. So I love that about it. They may or may not let you in. They may ask the secret passcode, New England clam chowder, the red or the white. But that's it. So we have these categories, but I do have a question that, Lee, you brought up, which I think is fantastic for you and Joe to answer really quickly. What was the moment where you went from a casual listener, if you know this, to A fan.
Well, that's one of the categories.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That will be coming up in a category.
category.
You can see our pre-production has always still lacking, which will keep consistent.
Right.
I'm hosting it, yet I don't know the categories, which is beautiful. I do have a vague notion of them. Let's get into the first
I sent them to
category.
you in an email, so you do have them.
Yes, I do have them. You're right. An email, you're saying? Email.
Email.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Hun, can you go to the mailbox? Apparently Joe sent a letter, some kind of mail. Let's see what's going on. Okay, here it is. I see it now. I love doing this live on air. You guys should, for all those who are listening, you should have seen the half hour where almost half of our audio didn't work. That was really fun.
Put us all together. We have one working mic and headset.
Exactly. But we've got the Christmas Cousins community behind us, and really that's all that matters. That's right.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that sound effect. All right, so here are the categories. So I'll just go right in order. We're going to go for the number one first category. Are you ready, Cousin Seth?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? Live studio audience. They're ready. They've been ready. These people, I have to thank everybody in the audience too. They somehow show up. We film in different locations, yet they show up in our studio together. And they're there, and no matter the weather, heat, snow, everything, they're there, and they're there with their signs. I mean, if I see one more "Will you marry me, Cousin Seth" sign, it's just crazy. I don't know if they're pre-printing these or what. But let's get right into it. Ready? Here we go. First category. Ooh, this is a big one. This could be very controversial to lead off with. Best guest. Ooh.
So, what do you guys think? We have three. Like I said, we nominated three people, but we'd like to get your opinion first. Lee, or do you want me to take this one first?
Yeah, you can start this one.
Okay. So, who do you think it was nominated for best guest on the Christmas Cousin podcast?
Oh,
Okay.
please go ahead.
My first guess that comes to mind, because he's appeared the most probably after you two, would have to be Cousin Bob. He's on every tasting show. He comes with prepared material, and he's a hoot to have on. He's a one-man party. So I would think perhaps Cousin Bob was on there.
Okay.
Seth?
Oh,
This is interesting.
well, I actually have two answers.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going to go with one. It's kind of a bit of a, and I say self-preservation, but I'm going to say it was even though there was no video, it was the brief interaction with Mrs. X.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay.
Oh,
So
of course.
are we loosely defining guest then?
Right.
She was a guest in my home. I would have to say, and this is
No, that's like what's his name? The mailman on Cheers. His answer, and these are three people Cliff. These are three people who haven't been in my kitchen, Alex, with the Jeopardy episode. That's what it reminds me of.
Jeopardy episode, yes.
Yeah.
I'm nominating the dog next door because I heard him bark one time
Yes,
while we were
exactly.
up there.
while we were recording. It's totally fine.
All
right.
It'll play. I would have to say probably Carrie and her mom.
I was going to say that.
It was
Yes,
a lot of fun.
fantastic. A lot of fun. They were great. Yes.
So we have three nominations. So you guys ready for the three nominations? And then we'll get your thoughts, and we'll tell you who we think the winner is of the first SETHIE Award for best guest.
the first.
All right.
SETHIE Award. Okay.
The first nomination is Bran from Deck the Hallmark.
Bran from Deck the Hallmark. Wow. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic guest. I'm not going to comment on each one. He was a fantastic.
So wait a second, because he had two appearances. There was
did.
the one when I was out with you, and then you guys did my favorite Christmas ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just overall, it's
just
cumulative.
overall.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I just want to make that clear.
Yes.
Second,
So Mrs. X is not still in contention.
second nomination, Uncle David.
Uncle David.
Instagram lives with the robe. I mean, you got to throw him in there.
Okay.
Oh,
For those of you
okay.
who haven't listened to every second of every show, including every Instagram live, Uncle David, who's our actual uncle, Cousin Seth, and my uncle, great guy. He appeared on an Instagram live. How he even knew we were live, I don't know. He appeared in a white robe, and during our Heine-thon week, and it became an instantly beloved favorite. Everybody started wearing robes the rest of the week. He was crazy. He's like that in person. He is a one-man party as well. So that's a great choice. Okay.
I think we might have met Lee around that time.
I know exactly it.
You came on a bunch of those Instagram lives. I don't know if that was one specifically, but
pretty much that week. Yeah, that was it.
That was the best Instagram live ever with him in his robe.
That was fun. He'll do that anytime we want, by the way. He's in St. Thomas right now. I know he didn't send pictures. He just sent me a text that said, I'm in St. Thomas.
That's great.
Yeah. I have to say, by the way, you two are on and making the nominations. Otherwise, you would be up for best guests as well. So it's kind of not fair. Am I right, Seth?
Yeah. Yeah. There was definitely consideration given to that.
These ones we think we prefer to not give ourselves the credit because these guys, these three stood out above the rest.
Okay. So we have Bran, Uncle, David. Okay.
All right.
And
are you ready?
We have one more, correct?
Mm-hmm. And the final nomination, Mrs. X.
Oh, she did make it. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Fascinating.
Oh.
Mrs. X, for those of you who don't know, is cousin Seth's partner,
Future
so to
wife.
speak. Future wife. We think that's what the Vegas is betting right now. And let me say, this all happened on air. He was not dating her when the show started 17 years and 200 episodes ago. He started dating her last winter, coming up on a year, Seth.
It is February 8th.
February 8th, really?
There's a little bit of either 8th or the 18th.
Okay.
That's a big difference.
I can put it out there if you guys want. So it's maybe you guys like to chime in on this.
There's your 1 year anniversary celebration of their first date. You have to do that.
8th or the 18th. We will do that maybe we'll do a newlywed game with him and Mrs. X. That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
We don't know the date.
They
though.
know each other.
That could also be the end of it.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll let the public decide. I'll let our listening audience decide.
Okay, shoot.
I tell you what, if you do a newlywed game, I will bring on Mrs. Aficionado.
Oh,
really?
This is amazing. Okay.
So there you go. You got some homework though to do.
Okay, Lee.
I mean, I'll bring Maria on too.
Wow, what a fun game we have going on. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know as much about, I don't think we'll have as much information on Maria as much as we will on Miss Aficionado. We can go back and listen to our past episodes.
Well, we just ask general questions, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be the one to have to figure this all out. More.
I would just do some research on newlywed game questions,
Exactly.
and
yeah.
put it together. We can see who knows who best. I mean, I've been married for 22 years now, so.
If you guys lose to Seth, who's been dating for 11 months, that's not great.
Yeah, I have. I've been cramming.
Seth, don't worry. I'll give you the answers. This will be fantastic.
Right.
The show ends in divorce.
Of course, I knew her favorite color was taupe. What do you mean?
If it ended in divorce for the aficionados, who would get the Hallmark collection? This would be wild. All the ornaments. She'd be like, I don't want that half Knight Rider. What would she do? I don't want that Beetlejuice bust.
All right. Are you ready to hear the winner?
Nice segue. You didn't.
He's right over that.
All right. We are ready for the next category, but I like the newlywed.
Well, no, we didn't announce the winner of the first category.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not exactly Billy Crystal with the hosting here, The winner of the first category, the number one category, the SETHIE Award winner. Hopefully they're somewhere to accept the award. Here we go. The winner is.
So the SETHIE Award winner for Best Guest of the Christmas Cousin podcast for 2024 is Mrs. X.
Mrs. X. Oh my God. Wow.
I mean, out of everybody, I think Lee and I, we went through like the winners and the suggested stuff, and we were right on. We both said, yeah, it's her because we didn't expect her to be on, and we said, oh, we'll never hear from her, and then we did. So,
wow, this is huge.
Yeah,
this is very amazing.
In 1 year, she won both the SETHIE and dissect. Is it not her year? I mean, this is an amazing run for Mrs. X. Is she there to give a speech?
She is not.
Can you call her on speaker?
Do you want me to?
Text her and see if she wants to
Yes,
accept her award.
absolutely.
She
right,
would
hold
best
on.
guest. Joe, what are you drinking there? I see you throwing things back. We all need, a shot of whiskey. We get nervous if Mrs. X is coming on. What are you drinking?
I'll call her. Hold on a second.
Wiggle Reserve. It's 123 proof.
That's a local.
Cask
really?
strength bourbon whiskey.
Wiggle Reserve 120.
Hey.
Hey, Mrs. X.
Mrs. X,
You're live on air. Seth, let her know she's
you're
live on air.
famous now.
You are live on air. Obviously, there's no video. So we want to congratulate you. You have won the award for the greatest guest on the Christmas Cousins pod. I am dead serious.
Oh, wow. What an honor.
Yes. A lot of it was
do
the
I get like a gift card, or do I get anything?
You get a SETHIE Award, which is a bronze statue of Cousin Seth himself, life size.
Do I even get some merch? I don't get nothing.
She said you get a bronze statue of me. And she asked if there's any, I don't know if you can hear her, but she asked if there's money involved.
Well, she gets a Cousin Seth official fan sticker.
Cousin Seth official fan sticker. Okay.
She gets a SETHIE Award and she gets Cousin Seth.
a SETHIE
what more
Award
did you
and
want?
Cousin Seth.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, maybe I was already the winner after all.
Oh, Mad Riz.
Man.
Mad Riz. That's why you're the top guest, Mrs. X. But we will let you go. We can't wait to have you back on for the newlywed game coming end of February. We'll see you then.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. What an honor.
I'll call you when we're done.
We'll call you when we're done.
Bye-bye.
That was
I
exciting.
think we're done here, guys. This is great.
She might win next year. She said, did you hear her, guys? She goes, I already won enough or whatever. That's what I liked to do. Someone's going to date my cousin to love and respect him like that. That was great.
Yeah, that was completely unexpected.
As the kids say, that's Mad Riz, Seth. Mad Riz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, wow. By the way, Joe was drinking a $72 bottle of Wiggle Reserve single barrel bourbon. It's made from scratch with regional corn, wheat, and malted barley in Pittsburgh's historic Strip District.
When did you see the bottle?
I do my research. I do my research.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
$72. Wow,
Oh, nice.
$7.50.
It didn't cost $72. I can tell you
It
that
cost
right now.
72 online.
It might say that, but that's not what I spent. So
Okay. Did you spend the $75 bottle? There's the Wiggle Reserve cask. Ooh, honey bourbon looks good.
It was in the 50s. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, look at this guy. Look at this guy, Seth. Wow.
I know.
Ooh. So let's move on to the next category. The first category, I did not guess the correct winner. That was an excellent choice. I can't believe we actually had her on to give an award speech. I didn't want to keep her too long, but she was clearly she's like, you like me. You really like me. This is her moment. This is great. Wow. Seth, she'll be on. Let her know about the newlywed game, which would be exciting. So that's going to be good.
That will be. That'll be awesome.
The next category is best. Oh, here we go. Best food tasting. Best food tasting.
Now, Joe, we had talked about this a little bit. Do we want to add a fourth one to this?
It's a good category.
We put that for a different one. I think we chose that was a better choice.
We did. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my extensive preparation failed me. All right.
Wow.
So we have.
What do you
wait?
What do you guys think is let's speculate before each one, because I think that's fun to hear.
Okay.
So, well, let's define best. Does best mean we had the best foods, or was it just the funniest, the most mind-blowing? Because then I would have a clear
best episode.
What was the best episode? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know that one. For Seth, you go first.
Yeah, I know what the obvious one is, but I know what the one that personally touched me, because we all suffered in mass. Was the tofurkey one.
Tofurkey.
That was disgusting. Everybody had different gels to go along with it. And yeah, that was so I would think that would be on there.
Okay, Seth, I see your tofurkey, and I raise you a second eggnog tasting where you were just beyond, you were barely on screen. You were red, you were retching, you were vomiting, you were, I think, in the ER. You get rehydrated later. So I've got to go eggnog tasting 2, which was late December. Seth, I think it's time you come clean now to Cousin Lee and let him know what happened to the eggnog overnight oats that he sent you. Lee, this tasting is put off temporarily because they, Seth, you let him know. We have to let them all down easy.
I had it prepared. I let it soak, albeit only 4 hours before showtime. And then something came up. We're unable to record. It sat in my refrigerator for like 3-4 days. I started having flashes of you when you drank it and the smell. I was like, all right, probably get rid of it. A week or so went by. And I wasn't doing anything with it. So I'm like, it can't be good now. I poured it out. As I'm pouring it out, it's just pouring it out, watching it go down the drain. I lost it. It was disgusting. I don't know if you got the same scent that I did, but it was
it's terrible.
But you did record it, Seth. I cannot believe you had rancid eggnog, overnight oats, and did not record it. I've never been more upset with you.
I was like, oh, I'm just going to dump it out and get rid of it. And I did not even think about like everything would hit me, the visual and the olfactory sense. And it was nasty. Ugh.
And he never watched when I poured out the eggnog that I forgot about in the fridge.
Oh, that's right. Joe forgot. You had rancid, and Joe did record it, like a good person who knows we need we need production and things like that. We need videos. Seth, you didn't watch it. Can you watch it live on air to make up for it?
Joe's pouring video. I feel like I saw it. I feel like I know what it could be. You're getting a different feeling.
So Lee, you didn't see the video.
How do you envision that going down? Like, what kind of noise do you think it made as he poured it out?
Good. Sorry.
Retching even.
Oh, here we go.
Joe, if you can see it and forward it to Seth during this, maybe he'll watch it live on air. That would be fun.
Well, we could probably share it on screen.
So. Okay, you know what, Seth? I think it's only fair. Because Lee sent you a packet. You wouldn't even give him the pleasure of tasting it on air. This is
I'll
fair.
order another one.
They're sold out. This is your punishment.
It's season. Right. Oh, wow. Next year.
I
did make it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Before this category, Joe is going to pull up on the screen the video of Joe throwing out rancid eggnog down the sink. Just because we want you to overcome this. We're here for you. We're supporting you, Seth. You've got to face your demons.
This is not going to overcome it.
This could be the best episode.
Yeah. Can we change categories?
Let me see if I can present it.
Okay. So Seth, everybody, we're all in this together. We're with you, Seth. We want you to be able to look at it.
It's psychological.
It's totally psychological.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I can overcome this.
It's going to be like Stand By Me.
You're pouring it out. I think I'm pretty sure. Sure.
Why are you coughing already?
Seth, you doing okay?
I don't know.
Good.
While we're waiting, by the way, if you're enjoying the show, we do have some amazing new that we will send out free Christmas cousin stickers. There's the Cousin Chad official fan.
I like
Cousin Seth official fan. And Seth, I sent you a bunch as well. These are courtesy of Cousin Lee. My personal favorite.
Those are very cool.
The Steal Your Cousin, the Grateful Dead Steal Your Face Christmas Cousins logo, which is so cool. So that's a personal favorite of mine.
Hold on 1 second. It doesn't like the format of that video.
We need to do like a Dark Side of the Moon one where like it's the prism and the triangle, but it's candy canes.
Just white and green laser lights.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You can do that.
Nice.
Seth's head is the triangle. Oh, that'd be great.
Dark side of the Seth.
Dark side of the Seth. I like that.
Oh, you want to go there?
We could do us crossing the street, Abby Seth. We could do all classes. Sergeant Sether's Lonely Hearts Club.
Sergeant Sether's.
Well, Seth, I wish I could, but this software is not letting me do it.
The technology's not there yet. We'll get there. There are major advancements coming.
It doesn't support the software. So
wow.
Seth doesn't support the eggnog, so that
Exactly.
works out well.
What if we held up
nonsense
the
blocker
camera,
on your
the
computer?
phone to the camera? Would that work? Would that have any effect?
All
All right, well, we'll move on then.
I just keep having flashes of you trying the overnight.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, it's up, Seth. Here we go. Should I add it to stage, or can you all
add
see
it to
it?
stage. Add it to stage. You can't see it.
Okay, here we go.
Chad, this is
ready?
our Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
all right.
this is it. Let
I
me
don't have
explain.
anything. I don't have
So right
anything.
now we are sharing
God,
the
I'm
screen.
feeling a
We
little
see on
rough.
here a rancid Schneider's chocolate eggnog over Joe's very nice sink. Now, he is about to pour this rancid eggnog down the sink, and what we're doing is we are here because we want Cousin Seth to be able to face his eggnog demons
12?
and make it through. Cousin Seth, this is for
Okay.
you. We're here for you. You can do this. Take a deep
This
breath.
was in January that I filmed this. So
How old was
it-
the
it-
eggnog?
Yeah,
It,
because I'm seeing it
expired. It had expired like almost 2 weeks later. So
This is great.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Joe will be pouring. I will say what's going on. Joe is pouring it into his sink. That is
Are you sure?
It's
That
brown.
is not 2 weeks old.
Vomit. Oh, man.
There's no. Okay.
Oh.
There's no way that's 2 weeks old.
Seth is covering the screen, everybody. This is
The sound.
Okay.
Just be quiet. Be quiet. Just listen to the sound.
here we go.
We heard it.
The category favorite segment ever. This just happened. That was great.
That's
Okay.
yeah. Let's go back. That's not 2 weeks.
Watch this on YouTube, everyone, if you can. By the
There's
way,
no way that's 2 weeks old.
I
Just
texted that video on January 5th. So I didn't know that was still in my fridge because I had poured out the other ones, and then I was like, "Oh, there's this other one," and I could just tell that it had expired.
I
Guys,
wonder
so
what-
here's what we have to do. We all have to go buy a bunch of eggnog and just let it sit for a month and then
a good
record
idea.
it.
yes, I will buy it. There's still some around in stores. If I see some, I will get
yeah.
it, and we will
Is it-
debut it on October 1st or something to kick off the season. That would be
Oh,
great.
my-
I need to ask my psychiatrist, Dr. Melfi, to see what is going on. What is it that brings me so much joy in that Seth's reaction there? That's I feel badly, but I also feel glee.
right.
Such mirth.
No one else is drinking. At least we all can
bother me.
agree. God, man, you're like.
You don't even have a second. Like as soon as it hit that sink, you are out. You're covering the screen.
I saw. Yeah, I was expecting there might be some liquid and then a couple chunks, but it was just like there was like the flow of like milkshake, and then it was like it stopped, and there was like drip, drip. I was like, oh, there's like as soon as you see the chunks kind of go over the precipice or the
Yes.
over the
The
falls.
worst is the sound that it makes.
Yeah.
And the splashing that it did all over my dish dryer next to the sink.
Guys, I'm
That I had
gonna
that I had to wash
gonna-
after it was done.
I'm gonna get 1 gallon and let it sit, and then I'm just gonna pour a gallon from like 2 feet up and just
that's
let
great.
it splatter. Oh, I'm
ASMR
gonna surprise
style.
you. I'm just gonna send the video in the middle of the night. You guys are gonna wake up and be like, "What's this?" And
Right.
just barf.
Well,
I
the
love
good thing
that
is that I
idea.
had a the good thing is I had a garbage disposal, so I was able to.
I heard it's still stuck. Oh,
You're
I
right.
think these are great ideas. I like
Congealed.
that. It's a shame Seth's birthday already passed because that would have been fun. But if anybody sees eggnog, get it. If anybody's listening and you have rancid eggnog or old eggnog still in your fridge, please take a
Send it
video
in.
pouring it out and send it in. ChristmasCousinsPod@gmail.com, please. That would
Get
be
back to
amazing.
those awards that we
By
have.
the way, best food tasting category. We know what I picked. Seth picked the tofurkey. I picked eggnog tasting number 2, where Seth retched. Now Seth is clearing his palate, drinking a whiskey. What are you drinking there, Seth?
This is Angel's Envy.
Angels. Oh, you've had this on air before.
This was my Christmas gift from Mrs. X's brother and sister-in-law.
About $79.99 on Liquor Geeks. If anybody's looking for a bottle,
Liquor Geeks.
that's what I'm seeing it on. Yeah,
It was the big bottle, but is that the rye or is that the just the regular?
This is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in port wine barrels.
Okay, so
it's
it's
the normal. Yeah.
$53.99.
It's a 750 milliliter one, 86.6 proof. Yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
They make it in small batches, 8 to 12 barrels at a time, Seth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
They say a secret ingredient's eggnog. Enjoy. So, but here we go.
We're going to be doing this till midnight, guys. This is good.
Right.
We are moving right along. No more diversions, Seth. Okay, we like to have digressions on this show.
This would be a
Seth.
very different show if we did it this afternoon, like we were planning on.
Yeah, exactly. It seems different, right? When it's dark out and there's whiskey
Right.
involved. Here's the thing. What are the 3 nominees for this category?
All right. Best food tasting, number 1, Cadbury eggs.
Oh, yes, a classic Easter episode, which
Yes.
we, by the way, I have a nice announcement about that. We are redoing that this year. Seth has agreed to try a Cadbury egg again and see how he does this year. So that's exciting news. Cadbury eggnog.
Oh, you got to dip that in the eggnog.
Oh, that's going to be
Oh,
great.
boy.
So, Seth, thank you for agreeing to that again. Cadbury egg. If you haven't listened, go back to last spring. Cousin Seth's first ever Cadbury egg live on air. That's number 1. Number 2.
Number 2, pumpkin beer tasting.
Oh, just a
2024.
fun 2024.
Just a good show. Yep.
That's just
Yes.
a great show. Those are just fun. Good time. Love those. Okay, for me, it's indistinguishable though from the other beer tasting ones, but okay, it does kick off the season, which is fun. Okay, number 3.
The final nominee, eggnog tasting 2024.
Yes, that was what I nominated. Seth's second time. What do you think, audience? They love it.
That seemed to be a favorite.
Yeah, that was fantastic. So out of the 3 nominees, Cadbury, Pumpkin, 2024 eggnog tasting, I think we have a clear favorite here, but you never know. Lee, please give us the answer. Who is the SETHIE winner?
Gentlemen, your winner is eggnog tasting 2024.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I
Seth,
say
you
something?
got the SETHIE. I think that goes to Seth then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say
Absolutely.
in a typical fashion, I have nothing prepared, so this is going to be off the cuff. Wow, this is amazing. I don't know what to say. I do it for the love of the podcast and our 40 plus million listeners.
Yes. Seth, by the way, let's get the breaking news. What is the latest, now that we're past Christmas, just a really quick diversion here. What is the latest in our listenership? Have we gone up? Have we crested above the 40 million listener mark since Christmas, or has it fallen back a little bit? I'm very curious what happened there.
There was a week after New Year's, it kind of fell off for a couple of weeks. To be honest, maybe I wasn't checking it as regularly as I should be. But yeah, we're in the new year. We're at the 43 million mark. A smidge over, but yeah, 43 million. Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. I was like,
That is
It
unbelievable.
is pretty unbelievable.
It really is, right? That's like,
It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever heard.
how unbelievable.
that is
That
wild.
would make it more believable.
That's like watching 174 Christmas movies in one season, believable. That is awesome, Seth. Congratulations. Yet we won't sell out. We don't accept sponsorships. We have no monetization from this whatsoever. We do it for the love. We're pure. And I don't care.
Yeah.
That's it, Seth. That's our vow.
Right,
That's
right.
Hey, Seth, I think we need to acknowledge some growth that Seth had. So in the last episode, you had mentioned you actually had a little bit of the kind of post-Christmas blues. What was that like, and how have you recovered, or have you not?
That was growth. You're right.
I've recovered. I think I've recovered a lot of acceptance. But yeah, it was like everything seemed to turn over very quickly, which was bothersome. But like there was people like complaining, outwardly like angry. I would say angry, maybe it's a little too strong word, but
Who are you hanging out with, Seth?
right. I can't believe Target's still playing Christmas music. You got it in mind? We're so close to Valentine's Day. But yeah, and it was just like, I don't know. I'm like, what's the big deal? But I guess the redeeming thing was there's someone that lives fairly close to me, has all their lights still up. It's a very nice.
This is
still up.
End of January. Wow.
Okay. Yes, and the part where it says "Merry Christmas" is still lit up. So
wow.
So that's a little bit nice reminder.
Seth, can you knock on their door and ask them to come on air? For real, that's a great guest. I want to talk to them and see what their deal is. They might be listeners.
Yeah. It's a great house, and it's
Leave
a
note.
Nice, classy light display. Right. I can.
That's a no. Give them a sticker.
Yo, that's a good idea. Leave them a sticker with a sticky note and say, "Hey, we'd love to have you on the show." You can do it, Seth. What's the worst that could happen? They release the hounds.
Right. Okay. Walking on someone else's property.
Think about it, Seth. I think you might. That would be really cool. So that's okay. So, but you didn't really answer Lee. You talked about what other people said and a neighbor.
Oh, so I've. I thought you were asking about them. I'm so confused. It's been okay. I've been distracted with a lot of other things, so that's been nice. But
Seth is a master of the non-answer. He's rebooting right now. You can hear.
No, I guess it's. What's the question? How am I feeling with all this?
All lines are busy.
Yes.
Okay, Seth, thank you very much. Moving on to the next category. Seth's not in touch with his feelings.
Seth just sounded like a 56K modem.
Seth should run for office. That's the best non-answer I've heard in a long time.
You've said that a couple times. You put thoughts in my head. That's not a good thing.
I ask how he's doing. He talks about lights on the neighbor's house.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, I'm doing good. It's
we're past that now, Seth. You've had your chance.
I still have my Christmas pillows and blankets out.
How about you? Real fast. How about you guys? Lee, how about you? How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. It's that week after is always weird. And then, I think you get some distance. I've listened to a little bit of music. I still have the little Christmas tree up behind me wherever I am right there. That'll be up all year. And it's good. Wean myself off. I got the record player right here, so I put on a little White Christmas or something if I'm feeling the burn.
Okay, Joe, what about you?
Oh, I hate January so much because it is. I'm one of those people that on the 26th, all the music's gone, the decorations come down in stores. I love going into Target and Michael's and looking at all the Christmas stuff, even though I've seen it 100 times. I'll walk around it all the time. And then now you go into Target and it's all summer stuff is already out. And it's just, and Valentine's Day. And I hate it. For the channel, I get to watch and review stuff all the time. So I'm always watching it regardless, but there's just something about January that just sucks.
Wow. Well, I think we all need to get behind this. It's got to be Christmas week. It's not Christmas Day. It's Christmas week because that means that whole week after we're still enshrouded in Christmas. For me, it's still on. I don't care about just the one day. So if it's the 27th, 28th, I'm still doing all this stuff. So I think that's fun. Then when we got past, I was like, okay, I want a clean palette, early January, clear everything out. But then just this past week, for some reason, I was like, I could go for like a good Hallmark movie or something. I just started feeling it. So I had a little music going. I was chilling and whatever. But I do love all the seasons. I love what comes to spring and everything else. But I have to admit, I was like a little bit. I was like, looking for something. So I ended up watching some vlog that took place around Christmas in Japan. And it was fascinating. It kind of satisfied me too. So that was good. That's where we stand. But where we stand right now is at the podium about to announce the next category. This is, which we alluded to earlier.
And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen. The Christmas Cousins Choir. I love that. This is the moment or show where you went from just a listener to a fan.
Oh, my.
That's right, everybody. So what are the nominees for this category?
Okay.
Seth, you okay? He's got a feeding tube. He can't eat.
The instructions
right.
are on the bottom of the bottle, Seth.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
So we'll skip you guys speculating because there's a lot of options here that you go with. But nominations are the initial interview with the Christmas Aficionado.
Oh, okay. I wonder who put that nominee in there. Okay.
And second, the interview with Cousin Lee.
Yeah, two very self-serving nominations.
And then the third nomination, as soon as Seth spoke.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I like these. What do you think, audience?
And the winner.
The winner is...
The winner and his second win for the night, as soon as Seth spoke.
Whoa, oh my gosh.
Oh
wow.
my god. Oh wow.
Sweet.
Who would you like to thank, Seth?
Yeah. Well, first I got to push the Hawktua girl to the side to get up to the podium for the podcast awards. Oh my gosh. What was this one for again?
The moment we all became a fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's unconscionable because I would not expect this to have fans or a fan base. I'm not necessarily a fan of myself, so this is a little weird. But yeah, you saw something in me. You saw something in me, and that's all.
We saw the eggnog coming out of you.
That's it. If that's what it is, I'll take it.
A lot of people speculated it was a family intervention where they said, Chad, it's your turn to get Seth out of the doldrums. But no, this is a legit podcast. Seth, that award, that acceptance speech was right out of like Paris with JD and John Blitt, for those of you who are fans of the Stern Show. That was, you almost said nothing and said everything at once. And this, Seth, is why we love you so much. So that was
thank you.
Excellent. So let's again, he's got now more awards tonight than he has minutes put into this episode off air and prep. It's amazing. Some skill.
It really is.
Okay, well, Seth, you might win again, so you might want to think of some notes to say about something. Okay. Next category. This is great, and this is I'm loving these categories. Thank you guys. The moment Seth spoke, that would be episode. Now, spoke a full sentence or mumbled? Did we clarify?
7.
Okay, so episode 7 when it's a full sentence.
I imagine there was a lot of confusion around those first words. Like, What are we exactly voting for?
My notes say here, episode 5, you had subject and predicate together, completing your first full sentence on air. So that was, okay, so episode 5 it was. Here we go. The number one thing, that's right, next category. The number one thing you'd like to see on the Christmas Cousins podcast in the future. Wow, I love this category. Seth, is there something you would like to see?
Oh.
My neighbor has his lights up.
I don't know. What do you want to say?
Spoon collection.
Yes,
Magic the Gathering cards. Yes.
Oh, we talk about now, like in the immediate future.
Whatever you want.
Future is yours.
Right. Allow me to dream big. Oh, this is too much. What do I want? Oh.
It's a simple question.
It's not so simple.
I know what I want to see in the future.
Okay,
what do you
we'll start with that. Maybe I can piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
Chad is disappearing into the background because you're not giving him information.
Right. It's like Back to the Future.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fading away.
I just want Seth to finish that sentence. I'd like to see that in the future of the show. Joe, were you saying something?
I was just going to say, I think it's probably time to announce the nominees.
Let's announce the nominees. Okay, the nominees are...
First nominee, Seth will never get another tree.
Oh.
And should we even say another tree? Or is it just Seth's never going to get a tree?
Right? I technically had one, though. Right, Seth? Technically.
I did. Oh, I had a real tree.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
I still have the base for it.
That's going to be his defense. By the way, coming up, the Seth graduation show, that I will have notes on that soon. where we decide if Seth gets graduated to a Jolly Junior, gets held at the senior seasonal sophomore, or demoted to a festive freshman. The prosecutor, I believe, is Joe, the Christmas aficionado.
I'm working on my case.
Okay. Oh, and Seth is
I
working
am
on his
very
defense.
excited.
This is
So
gonna be
yeah,
great.
I'm excited for that in the future.
Okay. There you
Oddly
go.
enough.
And Joe gets very dark in January. We've established this. So
Right.
get ready.
That's right. Okay, that's nominee number 1. Number 2 is
Number 2, the ratings drop and Chad will be replaced by another cousin.
Oh, that would be cool. This show would never see light of day.
Probably not.
Number-
Once a year episode.
Yeah. Number 3.
Then the third nominee, we do a little bit of a flip here where Seth has to introduce Chad to something. Then Seth runs the show and Chad has to do things to prep for it.
Oh, I love that idea. Breaking news. I hope that's the winner. Seth, what do you think about that one?
I'm fully about that one. It's
Okay.
I think I may violate a few marital and legal laws.
Legal laws. I love that.
Legal laws.
Legal laws. I don't know. Civil laws. I don't know.
Okay. We did once, Seth, open the show once. Remember that unmitigated disaster, Seth?
You said this once, and I went immediately back to my bar mitzvah, but that's not coming out.
I thought you did a great job of your bar mitzvah.
Thank you.
Okay, so
All right.
the crowd loves it. They were all there. Okay, Lee, what is the answer here? The winner of this category.
The winner is the ratings drop and Chad will be replaced by another cousin.
Oh, very nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So once
That
you
is-
start losing those 43 million listeners, it's time to find a new cousin.
That's
We
not happening.
we were up into the hundreds and now we're having every week.
Oh my God. I need to go talk to that gypsy off the interstate and see how is it going to happen?
I have a lot more free time in this scenario. This actually is okay.
Right. You're totally broken up about
No
it.
preparation gets done and the show never gets aired, but it'll
Right.
be different.
Ostensibly, it's the end of the show. So, Seth, what cousin would you replace me with? This would only be interesting to cousins in our family, so maybe it doesn't even matter. I'm just interested. Seth, do you have an answer?
This
is
could start a major feud.
family civil war. That's what we want. We'll have them on to fight.
Or
This is
you could
ideal.
go to the next category, which is favorite cousin.
Oh, let's go. I thought we had favorite best or Seth moment. Which not, but we could go favorite
okay.
cousin.
Oh, that's true. We can.
Okay.
We can,
Good,
we
'cause
can
I was
address
going on
that. We can address that later on, I guess.
Okay, next category.
I was going on my 23andMe to find some like third or fourth cousin. I was like, Jacob Yaknishnoknok.
doing it.
He's the best cousin for the job.
We do have a cousin, Jake. He'd be great. He's awesome. Okay, so favorite cousin. Are we doing favorite cousin category?
All right, we'll save that one because that's a bigger one.
Right. Favorite or best. How about let's do favorite or best Seth moment. He's going to win another award. Favorite or best Seth moment. Seth, what is your favorite or best Seth moment?
Oh, that's been done on the show.
Yeah, it's on the show.
Nothing in Colorado or the Jersey Shore. On the show, Seth. While he's thinking, I'm going to say when
yes.
Seth, early on, when I realized what a gem he was, and I bet this is a nominee, this is a category, because I know, Lee, you love this in particular. When Seth early on said during the the best U.S. Christmas destinations, when Seth named London, England, I said, this guy is gold. My goodness, that I picked the right cousin. So that is my guess and my nomination. Seth, do you have one?
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes out of a lifelong or maybe almost a 2-year commitment to a listener and fan and guest of the show. It would have to be sitting on Santa's lap.
Okay.
I feel like I finally fulfilled my commitment to Bob and to everybody else, cousin Bob. But yeah, it was much more transformative than I thought it was going to be, and I enjoyed it much more. What's that?
Are you two dating? What
Yeah.
is transformative?
He calls me. We exchange text.
All
There it
right.
goes.
So
Okay, the winner
I'm
is.
going to read these out of order, Lee, because I was just going to save the best one for
For the
last.
moment you've
Okay.
all been waiting for.
Seth craps himself. What are you talking about? I never did
We're
that.
going to go first with the holiday dinner that was set up by Mrs. X for Christmas. So the whole story of you talking about that.
Okay, holiday dinner. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Interesting. Next nominee.
I'm not sharing the
Starbucks-
award with her, by the way.
The Starbucks tasting where Seth didn't drink Starbucks.
Details.
Oh, that's
Right,
great.
but I could talk about it.
That is great. I forgot about that one. What a great show.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
this is going to be the winner, but I had to save it. I didn't want to announce it early because it would have overshadowed the other two.
Yes.
But the third nomination and winner of the best Seth and favorite moment of so far of the Christmas Cousin podcast is the porny story.
For those of you who missed that, Seth, can you do a brief, succinct explanation
It doesn't have to be too
no.
sexy.
of who Porny is?
She just did a press conference this afternoon. I'm sure she doesn't want this coming up.
She just got let out.
Right. She's in new administration. So you really
Just a short, who is it?
someone approached my friends and I when I first got to college my freshman year, and she had offerings of adult content for any new college freshmen that might be interested. I wasn't interested in that so much. Fast forward a couple months down the
I don't know
road,
what's going on.
and we find ourselves on a trip to Summit County in Breckenridge, and I don't know that those words were uttered, but yes, we had we a
You
bunch
named
of
her
us.
Bonjour.
I didn't come up. I didn't come up with a name. Excuse me.
Seth, thank you for that most compendious of explanations. I have
Thank
no
you.
idea what you said. It was somewhat short. I don't know who that is. For those, what episode was that on? So people can go back and listen because that was a great moment. And Seth explaining it made it
I
more
think
muddled.
it was a
I'm
beer
sure she wants
tasting.
her anonymity protected.
Beer tasting, winter beer tasting,
I
correct?
think so. Yeah.
I was on it, and I think it was the beer tasting.
Those do go off the rails. They do.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds
okay,
about
do.
right.
Okay.
That's where that would come out.
Okay. So check that out. Our most recent beer tasting, I think that was in December. Was that a Christmas one? Oh, that was the big Christmas beer tasting in December. Okay. Right. Because the winter one's coming up like February 6th, I believe. Awesome. Okay. So the best Seth moment.
Yes,
I
it
wouldn't have
is.
guessed that one. That's great.
Seth,
Okay.
Seth was just informed that he has something on February 6th.
So we might have to move that.
Everybody knows. Everyone's been on the chain. Everyone's agreed to the time and the date. Seth has no idea.
I have it in my calendar, or in a calendar.
Respond to the email, please, if you need to change it. So, what email? I have an email.
Right.
Let's
Are we
move on
doing
to
this through email now?
Let's move on to the next category. Congrats, Porny. Do you want to accept your award? Is she there, Seth? Can she accept an award?
Oh, you're not going to catch me with that one. No, she's not.
Right, I think. Wait a minute. Seth, she's there. She doesn't have anything to say?
I don't think so. No, that's
Sound of
not
that,
yours.
he's in his closet.
Right. No, I'm just fine, Porny. We have the internet now. It's fine.
Okay, next category is now, I don't know
No,
what's
give
going to
me
happen.
the bottle back, for God's sakes.
She's leaving now, don't worry. Best or favorite Cousin Chad moment. Interesting. Seth,
I will
do you
say
have-
there are nominations. There are nominations.
Seth, do you have anything for this?
Yeah, we do. We
It's
have
show
3
related?
nominations.
Okay, Seth, do you have any, though, that you think that you're suggesting would be one?
a favorite Chad moment.
Yes. When I was at my desk eating plantains, when I fell asleep.
All the great stuff happens in person. I love observing you in your natural environment. If I can somehow bring that to this.
Chad, that comment is like what's his name on Stern when he called his now ex-wife a beautiful creature.
Yes, JD, right. It was a beautiful creature.
Yes. And Steph was like, I love observing you.
It was that weird thing. I know this is good. There was that weird thing we oh god.
Weird thing.
Drinking the eggnog mixed with the whiskey. He's eating overnight oats or something like that. It's just this like mess.
And I put the tea leaves in the eggnog? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was it. And we're locking eyes and doing shots of these respective disgusting things. I truly knew I was connected to my cousin.
We looked at each other and just... Okay.
Yeah, so. But overall, I mean, it's he runs the show. I know it's no surprise.
Thank you, Seth.
My favorite Chad moment was probably from episode 1 to 200 and whatever we're at.
When I did all the work.
Yes.
Okay. Joe and Lee, what could possibly be the nominations for this one? Maybe we covered one. Give us number one.
There was a long list to narrow down, and we talked to the team, we talked to our people, we talked to Chad's people. First nominee, revealing Mrs. X's name.
Excellent choice. For those of you who missed it, I accidentally gave Mrs. X's real name on air. An episode that's still out there. Go have fun and find it. The needle in the haystack, as we call it.
The second nomination, almost as strong, also revealing Mrs. X's name.
Almost revealing it?
No, revealing Mrs. X's name is also the second nomination, as it is the third, because it's the greatest thing you've done.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the winner is revealing Mrs. X's name live on air.
Yes, and this is amazing. I would like to accept, thank you audience, by the way, thank you very much. I would like to accept this SETHIE Award. First of all, I try to maintain my composure on air as someone in the host role, and I try not to make too many mistakes or, break character, so to speak. But in this one instance, I was so comfortable on air, I forgot. And I actually dropped the name of Mrs. X. And people are now worldwide trying to find out exactly who that is. I won't repeat it again here, but that was a bit of a stumble, Bolf. That was a bit of a stumble. I did it, and we're trying to keep her identity secret. It's almost a year. I think we should reveal her identity soon. But we will have her on air for the Newlywed Game, so that's going to be fun. But thank you. I'm glad I've contributed something to this show.
The best part, the best part of that was the moment that everybody kind of went, wait, what? What just it's happening? It's happening. And then we all realized what had just occurred.
That is right. That is amazing. The record scratch moment. Yes, that was it. All right. Well, I lost it.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I didn't say her last name. Smirnoff.
You know we can't date Smirnoffs.
That's right.
It's our grandparents' dying wish. You never date a Smirnoff.
That was the Warring Village before the pogroms. But we digress. So I think we have two more categories left. Favorite episode and favorite cousin. Which one would you guys like to do first?
Let's do the cousin, because the favorite episode's the big award.
Okay, that's the big award of the night. So now this has been litigated at the Christmas convention when Joe asked 16 people, who was your favorite cousin? And Seth won a total of 16 to my negative 16, so it's pretty much a blowout. I think we know that. Oh, yeah. A big victory for Cousin Seth. So the nominees, is this cousins meaning Seth and myself, or anyone who's on air as a cousin?
Anybody who's been on air that you guys call a cousin.
Okay, so this could be not one of us or not Seth.
Yep, possibly.
Wow. Interesting.
All right.
Okay. Let's go.
So nominations for the favorite cousin. Cousin Seth.
Cousin Seth.
First nomination.
Okay.
I'm on the board.
At least
Second
one of my
nomination.
family's on the board. Okay.
Second nomination. Cousin Bob.
Cousin Bob.
Oh, okay. All right.
The dark horse.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Going up against Cousin
And
Seth.
the third nomination is Cousin Leslie.
Oh, cousin wife Leslie.
Really?
Okay.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, cousin wife Leslie is my wife and cousin. She's a cousin. She's not my cousin.
No, let's just sit with that for a minute.
That's right.
Let that cook for a while.
Only because I couldn't marry cousin Seth. That's all. But darn legal laws, as Seth would
Right.
say. The winner is.
And the winner is. Wow. The winner is Cousin Leslie.
Oh my God! Wow.
Call her up, Chad.
I'm going to see.
Yeah, text her, see if she's at home.
I am going to text her and see if she wants to
wait.
comment.
Yeah, right.
For favorite cousin category.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
She beat Seth.
Dude,
This is why we love Seth, because look at him just being gracious and happy for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes, no one is more deserving of it.
Oh, that's very nice, Seth. Thank you. I will let her know. I did text her. I'm expecting to get a quick text back. No, but we will see what happens.
Right. Why didn't you win? Why didn't you pick up a nomination?
Yeah, really. Okay, I like that. That was a nice surprise win. Cousin Bob, sorry, you got nominated, which was really great. That's an award in of itself. So the big category of the night. This is fantastic. And we're not that far off time, around an hour we had. So, favorite. There we go. Hold on. The favorite. The favorite. The favorite. The favorite. Oh, you're coming in, Leslie. You're gonna.
Oh, there she is.
Here she is. You're on here, Leslie.
Thank you.
Hold on. Wait, let me take this off. Wow, Leslie, I said there's no way you're coming in. You won a
I heard
Seth
award.
thing.
Thank you. I don't even know what it's for.
You beat cousin Seth. That's
Sorry,
all that
Seth.
matters.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh wait, we can't even hear. Hang
No,
on a
I can't
second.
hear.
Oh, hold on. Nope, we cannot hear.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Here you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What is my award for?
Best cousin.
Best cousin.
You beat Seth
It's
How kind.
and
Thank
cousin
you.
Bob.
I've only made like
Seth is
3
off the show.
appearances.
Seth is off the show, and you're on, Leslie.
200 I didn't win. 200 I didn't win.
They said
Bid
Seth's
you
off and I'm
adieu.
on.
You're the new cousin.
Well, thank you. I'm honored. It's an honor to be a cousin and a wife. And and thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you for coming on.
My
That's a
pleasure.
big
Congratulations.
awards,
Congratulations.
Best cousin award speech too, better than Seth's, which you can imagine sound like blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Leslie, for coming in.
Thank you.
That was
My
awesome.
pleasure.
Okay.
All right, have
There you
fun.
go. Wow, that was really exciting. I didn't think there was a chance in Chicago that she was coming in. So excellent. So we have one more category left. She was really taken aback by that. That's a big award. Did anything in our family where you get nominated above cousin Seth is huge because he's our Michael Jordan.
Right.
That's right. That's right, Sethie. Okay, so we have this next category coming up. This is great. We had some surprise guests, some winners. This is favorite episode.
The kids are keen to make a scene. The dirtiest package you'd ever seen. It's Christmas with the family, and all of the bricks are home. You
Hey! I didn't know those were the lyrics. That's funny. Okay, the winner of do we do the nominations yet? I forget.
No,
We did not.
Oh,
First nomination.
The big one of the night. Yes, first nomination.
The original eggnog tasting.
we're going way back.
Way back. That was an instant classic. Yeah.
We learned a lot that day.
We did. That's when we discovered Seth's superpower. He can make me laugh on command by gagging. Excellent. And there's an out of context clip. Number 2 category.
Second nomination.
Yes.
Fake turkey Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow, another Cousin Seth masterpiece. A masterpiece.
Oh, that was a collective experience.
That was a
amazing.
total masterpiece, guys. That was a group effort.
Okay.
And the third and final nomination,
Yes, the number 3.
the spike tattoo reveal.
We should have guessed, Seth. That would have been fun to get our guesses. I have a clear. Those are great episodes. Those are some great episodes.
They
What do you
were.
think, Seth?
I agree. Every so often I'll watch the Spike one, and then I also have this little character, little action character, whatever figure of Spike.
Show it on
Yes.
camera. You have it. Here we go.
Fit check.
Yeah, let's see your outfit, Seth.
Oh shit! I'm dropping everything. Button-down shirt,
Nice.
shorts.
Oh, white legs there, Seth.
Yeah, oh yeah. You think that hasn't seen the light of day? Wait till you see this. I'm just kidding. So,
I gotta go, guys.
Nice.
That Seth is showing his Spike figurine with a cactus. I love that. So he got that. So
I love this thing.
What is that episode? What is the episode we're talking about? We didn't pick a winner yet, though. But the Spike episode, Joe, maybe you can succinctly say, because we know Seth can't. What was that episode?
That was the one where we talking about the Peanuts Christmas, and we never actually talked about the Peanuts Christmas because we were too busy learning that he had a Spike tattoo.
yes.
A tattoo. Let me just say that he got it 14 years old in Galveston, Texas. His entire life thought it was Snoopy. He showed it to Joe, who's a Peanuts aficionado, and Joe said, "That's not Snoopy, that's his brother Spike." Seth got up, ran out of the room, and goes, "What's on my potty?" And then he had to take a look, came back and realized, yes, it was Spike, solved a decades-long mystery. Amazing episode. I don't want to say anything yet. Let's go and see which one is the winner. Fabulous episodes. I'll go listen to all those back to back. That's like March Madness for me. Okay, what is the winner of the best favorite episode? Throw it back, Seth. That's right.
So nervous.
Me too. Okay.
The
Who's next?
grand finale, ultimate winner of the evening, fake turkey Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh wow.
Tofurkey. For those of you who missed it, getting into the throes of the season, mid-November, great vibes all around. We're trying a faux turkey, tofurkey, so meatless turkey. We all tried one. We all brought our own version to it. And we all had normal reactions, fine reactions to it. Cousin Seth, of course, almost exploded. It was such a fantastic episode with the four of us on there. That was a really fun one. And that won best episode. Interesting. Wow, I'm a little surprised. I did love that episode. But if
That was
I may,
rough.
can I say, besides the other ones where Seth is retching, the Spike one transcends all seasons. This is a true episode that really went into real life, because that was something that was decades old mystery that we didn't even know was a mystery. We all just accepted it was a bad Snoopy tattoo. Turns out it was a bad Spike tattoo. So that was.
But I think there's something to be. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I think humor-wise, the turkey one was just funnier.
It was funny.
While the Spike one it's been out there for a while. We've praised it so many times. I think it was time to praise Seth's trying of tofurkey.
Yes.
The best thing about that episode was, certainly Seth almost dying, to the teamwork of Joe and I just egging on the process, and then the happiness that emanated from Chad just watching Seth suffer. It was top of his mountain, looking down on his people, and just like a father being proud.
Just rapturous. You're right.
Just incredible.
That's a great point. It was a group
God.
effort, right? Because you two were both taking your spoons and showing Seth the viscosity and the thickness of the gravy. That was a team effort. You're right. So maybe that was good because that unified the world. That really did. That's like the David Accords. Yes.
That's yes. Some have compared
Seth Accords.
That's unbelievable. It'll be the template for many agreeable terms. Wow, I completely misread that. I saw this thing we all, like I said, suffered in mass. There was a connecting. It's like, oh, we're all equally miserable. And it's like this is a moment to connect, and it's just like, yeah, like I say. Not to equate it to the armed forces or anything like that, but it's a brother in arms kind of situation. It's like we are one for all and all for one. And it's just like, apparently it wasn't that. It was one man on himself. One man is an island.
See, Seth thought we were all carrying the boat. We had our hands off, and he was balancing it on his head.
That's right.
Right. We're going to cut down these trees and whittle the wood into a boat to get off this island. We're going to stay here and drink margaritas with you.
Wow, that's a good acceptance speech, Seth. See, if we told you give an acceptance speech, you wouldn't have been able to do that. But
right.
That's an excellent one. Wow,
incredibly soul crushing, but whatever.
Lee and Joe, I have to thank you guys for meeting, unbeknownst to us, putting the categories together, putting the nominees together, and working through this all, putting in the hard yards, as they say, to support the cousinhood that we have built over 200 episodes. Audience, can we get a thank you to cousins Joe and cousin Lee? I mean, this is amazing.
It was awesome.
Well, we have a terrible football team, so we have lots of free time now.
That's right.
I don't even pay attention to football, so I just always have free time.
Wow. Well, this has been a really fun episode. The first ever SETHIE Awards. This is fantastic. Next year we have to let people know to maybe come on, but that was cool. We had some people come on air as well. That was a lot of fun. Relatively shorter episode, considering we had that one point about a 15-minute little road trip there. I forget what we were talking about. But,
so guys, it's kind of the two anchors of the show, Seth and Chad. Is there anything you're looking forward to that you want to do differently or add in? What's this year looking like? Give us some insight.
It's a great question, Seth.
Oh, go to the guy that's got nothing together. Hold on a second. Let's see. There's this.
A lot of empty pages. I do have something. I really hope that this year we can get together some kind of fan forum, a Facebook group, something where all the fans, because it all pretty much goes through me, and it's not as much fun because people can't interact with each other, and like I get a cool comment, nobody else sees it. Maybe I'll send it to Seth or text one of you guys, but the people on Moss don't get to see it and share that. I would love that for the future of the show, where we had a spot to all go together. Hey, did you hear that? That was hilarious. Hey, Seth, try this eggnog recipe or whatever. I don't know. That would be a fun spot where we could get together, like a Discord channel or something. I don't know. Or a Facebook group, whatever. That would be my goal for the future of the show. So
if only there was a person. I'm looking for different things, but in the same vein, if you know anybody that has any knowledge of E&O insurance, that's mostly what I'm looking for.
I'm actually your guy, Seth.
Oh, perfect. And halogen lighting bulbs.
I know nothing about that.
No, but I love meeting new people and just having these conversations, and like obviously I love the drinking episodes for many reasons, but
coming up in a few weeks we have another one coming up.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Is this another acceptance speech? Oh no. Let's go back to that.
I'm playing for Seth the eggnog one more time. Eggnog into a sink.
Oh, it does splash on the exterior of the.
We should have shown that to Leslie so she could have seen Seth's reaction.
Not too late.
Yeah, I know.
That's the bad part, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
That's great. Let's end it on that. Everybody, check out Joe, the Christmas Aficionado on YouTube. Someone, please, give us some ratings and reviews. We know there's 40-something million of you, and we're just deficient in ratings and reviews. It takes like under a minute. Just say, Seth, great, and that's it, and submit it. So
yeah, people have no problem being vocal about their thoughts and feelings about me in public. So I don't think.
Right.
Yeah,
this will be fine.
check out my latest video.
Great time, Joe.
check out my latest video, the Essential 7 Christmas documentaries.
Yes.
Cousin Lee would know and recognize one of them if he hasn't watched it yet. It's by a man named Rick Seebeck, who is probably the greatest Pittsburgher ever. It's a fun episode. It's a fun special, but just definitely check out that because I was excited about putting that one together.
Okay, check that out for sure. Pittsburgher, is that what they're called?
Rick Seebeck is the Pittsburgh guy. I mean,
but I'm saying, are citizens of Pittsburgh called Pittsburghers?
Well, yeah, that's how I would refer to him, I guess. Yeah,
wow.
Sure, why not?
That's cool. Okay. I like that.
Joe, when is your next year thing? Because you were going to do what, 1984? 1983.
I finished the script last night, and I have all the assets. I'm going to start recording and editing this week. So
that's my birth year. I can't wait.
Oh,
yeah, I would say I would probably say the week I would probably say another 2 weeks yet for that one.
Nice.
All right. Are you going to mention the birth of Cousin Lee on there? It's a seminal event.
Well, I usually do mention a celebrity that was born, so maybe I need to change up, take out Scarlett Johansson and say Cousin Lee. So
yeah, she's
both of us have our place.
That's right. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know what a Scarlett or Johansson is. So yeah, put Lee in there.
Lee, is there anything you're looking to plug to our 40+
No, just listen to Joe, listen to Christmas Cousins, write the reviews, and keep listening.
Thank you, Lee. I like that. He plugged us, Seth. That's very good.
Yes.
Seth, is there anything you want to say as we end our 200th episode?
Well, yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We love it. It's been quite a journey. And please continue. We got lots of more fun, exciting things planned. Right, Chad? Right. Chad. And if you have some free time, find some free time in your schedule, definitely go visit South Haven, Michigan. There's a lot going on. It's fun stuff. And it's a great place.
Might they find you out in South Haven, Michigan, looking for a 6'4", trust fund, blue eyes, good looking guy in Cousin Seth? You know that
some
song,
version
right?
of that.
You know that song?
Yes.
I want a guy who's 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes, Cousin Seth.
You gave me 2 inches. That's great.
And blue eyes.
Always supportive.
That's right. There's another context. Out of context. Yeah, there you go, Joe. Out of context clip right there. Well, thank you. I want to say thank you, everyone, to all the cousins, to everybody who listens, everybody who writes in, everybody who supports the shows and joins us as guests like Lee and Joe. It is so much fun because when the cousin Seth and I started this, we said we have a great time together anyway. We're doing it whether we have us listening or not because we have so much fun. But to have it blossom and have so many other people that we've gotten to meet and join us and really build this kind of fun community, especially with a lot of craziness always going on in the world. It's nice to have this respite, this kind of insular snow globe that while we do this, while you're listening to the show, while we're recording it, it's all just pure ridiculousness, like a Hallmark movie, escapism, so to speak. And that's the beauty of it because nothing is real during this show and it's how life should be. It's great. So I almost don't want to log off and go back to reality. Guys, let's stay on longer.
I say we watch it one more time, Chad.
We'll end it with one more pouring of the eggnog. It's like dropping the ball dropping. Here we go. I need to get this so I could save it as an asset, Joe.
I'll send it. Well, you have it in your text message. Remember?
Oh, okay. Okay. I just have to download it. I'll figure it out.
Okay. And as a PSA, people. Oh God. No.
Yes,
please don't drink eggnog. Don't walk on the shelf ice. That's all I have to say.
I smell a story.
You people
will know.
Next
episode.
No. Okay. Resume with the chocolate eggnog pour.
Here we go. We'll end it. Everybody, rating, review, ChristmasCousinsPod@gmail.com or @ChristmasCousinsPod on Instagram and Facebook. We will leave it with Cousin Seth watching the ceremonial pouring of the rancid eggnog. Here we go. It's close up.
2024. Slow.
Oh man.
It's that. It's that dump 2 seconds in. Oh, why is it bubbling up like pancakes? Oh, on a griddle. That's disgusting.
Cakes.
Oh.